Hey guys, going to do a last little look through the tank here. I'm going to make some big changes, I think. I've been talking about it for a while. I've got things like, say, this bird's nest, and this bird's nest. Those are the main three that are in prime real estate and seem to be blocking out some of my more prized possessions, if you will. Like, look at that acro in the back. Look at that beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. And over here, these are two beautiful bird's nests, but they're growing into each other. And this guy's not really getting enough light. As you see underneath, on the top, it's perfect. It's beautiful. But underneath and inside, it's not. It's got a lot of white under the branches. So that's not in the best spot. And if you look right up, although the lights do come sideways here, there is an angle on them. It's just not doing what it needs to be doing. And the T5's end here too as well. So, and not having the best reflectors. That's a beautiful piece, and I would like to get it more center. So I'm gonna undertake this whole cutting up the tank. What I plan to do is, over here I got my little setup station here. I'm going to fill this up with some water, do a water change on the main tank, put some water in here, and use my little fragging station that I made. And I have this little tray for it. I made this out of corian that Billy gave me. So we're going to take one rock at a time, and when I'm not working on it, it can be in water, and then when I bring it out, I have assorted saws and chisels and stuff like that. There's a coping saw. It's a great tool. Nice sturdy blade on it. But the arch of the coping saw gives you room to stay away from important things. And then for finer work, I actually have this jeweler's saw. And if you can see how tiny, you're probably not even focusing on this blade. This jeweler's saw will allow me to maybe cut that rainbow and green stylo apart from each other. And coral nippers, good old-fashioned chisel, and you'll see what my process is once I get into it. Of course, a cup of coffee, that kind of stuff there. So yes, so let me get started. And also wondering what's going on here. The clownfish have cleared out an area below the anemone and down to the glass. So I'm wondering if we may be starting to go into a little breeding thing here. This anemone always looks awesome. But yes, and I have some other pieces up here. So I won't be having a lot more frags, but I have some pieces on that back frag rack that I really want to get in the tank. You know what I mean? In position. So we're going to take them out one at a time, do a little rescape. I have some things just kind of laying back here, and although I do like the side view of my tank, I just want it to be a little better over here. This just kind of looks too placed. But I have enough rock to play with. I want to get the bubble out of there. I'll at least move it into here. Look at this tank. This tank is bringing me lots of pride and joy here. Look at the beauty of that. And it's simply just things I took out of the other tank. And yes, there's a new guy. Come at me, tank police. Come at me. I got Dory in a 55. It's about the size of a quarter. But look at her. I hope she doesn't eat all my dragon's breath too quick. I was going to put her in the main tank, but some of those boys in there are pretty big, and I didn't want her to have any trouble. So yes, very excited. Things are happening here. Now, I love this tank, I do, but I want it to be something else. I want a little more of the acros going on. I want a little more upfront acros. And some of these things that, although I'm impressed with their growth, not so much have to be in the forefront of things, because it takes away from, say, that acro back there, or this one over here, that you don't really see till you walk up into the tank. So get some of these bigger pieces in the background. And the green slimer, he needs to be a little more up into the par, I believe. And let's hope I can do it without breaking anything off this gorgeous red Monty cap. And the hammers need some more room, because they're really putting a beating on that 1A can there and blocking a lot of light from my clam. Walking Dendro walked right over to the anemone. I don't know if that's good. And this is one I was just telling Billy about. He's fattening up good. I was going to send him to Billy's fat camp, but he's a pretty good looking guy there. Like I said, no gel filter right now. I slid a little disc under my Zorock, trying to get some of these red ones to grow out onto it. I thought that would be cool to have some frags of these, because they're gorgeous. Let me tell you, in order to cut your live rock, you've got a much better chance of it being real live rock from the ocean, not man-made rock, not man-made rock that was soaked in the ocean, because although different types of live rock have different hardness, they're all softer than that man-made, I want to call it ceramic stuff. So, trying to get these pieces off, I have maybe 7 or 8 different types of coral on here. Some of them base out, and if you just pull them off, they're still going to have their base. Let me see if I can get this guy off. Some of them will just snap off, but no, once they're encrusted, they're on there pretty good. Alright, since I don't care so much about the bird's nest, let's try that guy first. Let's just try one good chisel shot. And yes, another pair of hands would have helped. I wouldn't have had all the damage I have. But we've still got a decent sized colony and a lot of frags. I had a good little pick tool here. This is a great little cleaning tool, and it came from an antique walnut kit. Okay, for eating walnuts. It's got a pick on one side and a little scoop on the other. Let me tell you, I don't know where I picked it up, but that's where it's from, because I've seen it in an antique walnut kit. You have to go visit Grandma and steal her walnut pick. Now in this part you'll see me going back and forth with a few different saws. If I just need, I don't need much accuracy, I can just whack things off with the hacksaw. It cuts pretty quick. But other areas, I have this jeweler's saw, which is even smaller than a coping saw, and it has a very, very fine blade, so it allows me to get maybe under a piece of coral without having to worry about the wide hacksaw blade. But it's slow going, so then you'll see as I get a different angle, or I get as far as I can with the other saw, I'll get in there with the hacksaw. And that just allows me to get grooves cut, and then I can follow up with a chisel again once the grooves are in there. And quite a bit of success there. I do still have a little piece there. But again, tiny little nub that I put on the rock. And now we have this. While it's out, kind of clip a flat base on it. Just take another minute. I find these invaluable. I found these at the dollar store. They're for clipping dogs' toenails, and they do take a bite. So I got a semi-flat bottom. Let's put him back in the water. This piece has, I don't even want to start counting how many corals. It's the bird's nest. There's a little stylo in here, 2 bird's nests. The Monty, it's actually a purple Monty here. I'm going to snap right off. Put over here. There's a Fabia in the back here. That's pretty encrusted, so that's not coming off. Boy, he's sliming up. He's unhappy. Now the idea here is to go between this ORA rainbow and ORA green bird's nest and try and find a divide between them without destroying the 2 colonies. Now I start here by cleaning off a new hacksaw blade with a couple of alcohol pads to get the packing oil off, and then very slowly and carefully with the blade only I go up between the 2 birds' nests trying to divide them. I found this gave me the least amount of breakage because they were growing into each other, and it wasn't even like you could break them free because they really grow into each other like solid. So I'm sure once I get through them and get them separated, they will still have a little bit of the other coral growing within them, but I can weed that out as it starts to show as it's growing. But yeah, it's gonna make the tank a lot better, and it's gonna make these 2 colonies a lot better, in my opinion. Some major chipping is going to be involved. See, now this isn't real live rock. This is the crap you buy that looks like live rock already. It comes with a little bit of purple and stuff on it, but it is not at all live and not at all porous. See where to find a good spot. Give it a shot. All this shit down. Now, although there's a lot of breakage in here, I'm surprised I got this piece off. Well, I did find a little clear tag within this coral. I thought that was pretty cool. It might mean, you know, it's kind of pedigree or something like that, or explaining where it came from. So after all this work, I put the tank back together a little bit. I still have a lot of frags in the tank there. And over the next couple of days, I guess I'll play with it, see what I can get where, and put some stuff on frag plugs. So if I see you guys, I can hand more stuff out. But that's what we're looking at tonight. And thanks for watching. See you next time.